I'd like to read a story to you called DigiDuck's Big Decision. One warm summery evening, DigiDuck was in his room. He'd finished his homework and was enjoying playing on the internet before bedtime. Family Farmyard was his favorite website. He could play games and chat to his friends. Great fun! Many animals liked to play at Farmyard, including DigiDuck's best friends from school. DigiDuck's screen went ping, and he saw a new message from a friend. How exciting, he thought. He opened it and giggled. Someone made a picture of Proud Pig looking very silly indeed. That is so funny, chuckled DigiDuck. I must show it to my friends. Before he could send the photo to everyone, Mommy Duck called up the stairs. Bedtime, darling duck. Wash your feathers. Hop into bed and I'll be up as quick as a flap to tuck you in. DigiDuck felt sleepy, so he didn't argue. He didn't want to be tired for Proud Pig's party tomorrow. I'll send the photo in the morning, he decided. Soon enough, he was fast asleep. The sky grew dark, and the stars were shining brightly. All that could be heard was the soothing snores of Mr. and Mrs. Duck. All of a sudden, a mysterious glow filled the room. A dazzling flash of whee! Soon had DigiDuck sitting up in bed wide awake. He watched in amazement as a large ball of feathers hurtled out of the screen and rolled across the floor. Oof! I've always had trouble with the landing, muttered the tangle of feathers as he straightened itself up and dusted itself down. DigiDuck was looking at the old owl, gray from tip to tail. Wise owl, said the owl, peering over his spectacles and holding out a wing to shake. I know you, exclaimed DigiDuck. You're in charge of the Farmyard website. Wise Owl smiled and said, I'm here for a very important matter. You're thinking of sending that photo, so I'm going to show you what might happen if you do. There was no time to ask what on earth Wise Owl was talking about. He swiftly scooped DigiDuck up, and they flew out into the night, off through time to the future. After a bumpy flight, they landed outside Shy Sheep's cottage. DigiDuck peered inside and saw his best friends gathered together. Cool Cow had brought a video game that they all wanted to play. Why am I not there? Asked DigiDuck, confused. We always play together. Unfortunately, you haven't been invited, replied Wise Owl. After you sent the photo, Shy Sheep found Proud Pig crying in the playground. She was very sad to see Proud Pig so upset, especially as the picture had come from you, DigiDuck. You were supposed to be friends. It was only a joke, said DigiDuck in surprise. Wise Owl picked him up and off they zoomed. Next they flew across a field and hovered over a barnyard. It was Proud Pig's party, and DJ Dog was playing. I'm not there either, noticed DigiDuck. I'm afraid Proud Pig changed his mind, said Wise Owl. Everyone at school was calling him names after they saw his photo, and DJ Dog was very cross that you had sent it. Oh, mumbled DigiDuck. I was looking forward to that party. Wise Owl nodded, and off they sped. The last stop looked very familiar. This is my house, cried DigiDuck. Through the window, DigiDuck saw himself sitting at the table. In front of him was a delicious cake with candles and a colorful frosting. However, all the other chairs were empty. It's my birthday. Where are all my friends? Wept DigiDuck as tears rolled down his cheek. Wise Owl knew that DigiDuck had seen enough. He wrapped his wings around him, and off they whizzed. On the journey back through time, poor DigiDuck was feeling sad and puzzled. He really needed some help, so Wise Owl explained everything. It all started when you sent that photo to your friends. Everyone in school had seen it by lunchtime. Proud Pig was extremely upset. And it didn't stop there, continued Wise Owl. People laughed at Proud Pig for a long time because this picture was on the internet. Your friends were very worried that you might make fun of them too. DigiDuck suddenly understood that if he sent the photo, it could cause a terrible muddle. I didn't think anyone would mind. I just wanted to make my friends laugh. Sometimes we say and do silly things, but I never meant to be unkind, he whispered. Back in DigiDuck's room, Wise Owl drew the covers and comforted him softly. I know that, but sadly your friends don't. DigiDuck, he said gently, you are a lovely duck and a great friend. The internet is a wonderful place to have fun, but you need to behave as you do in the real world. Say kind things to your friends and make sensible choices. And with that, Wise Owl vanished. The sun rose in the sky and DigiDuck woke up. The photo, he remembered. He rushed across the room and the message was still there just as it was last night. DigiDuck was over the moon. He skipped and sang, I can do the right thing. Well, what should we do? Who should we tell? Asked Mommy Duck. We must tell the family farmyard website, replied DigiDuck happily. Mommy Duck removed the picture and they sent it back to Wise Owl. DigiDuck smiled. Wise Owl would be so pleased with him. Proud Pig's party after school was terrific, and DigiDuck enjoyed it more than anyone knew. He brought his camera and took photos that he and all his friends agreed were magnificent. DigiDuck knew he had been given a second chance and promised to do his best to look after others on the internet. As he shared his photos with his friends, he cheerfully looked forward to everything that they would enjoy together in the future. So think about when you're online. Have you ever had to make a decision like DigiDuck? Or did someone ever post a silly picture about you that you didn't like? How did that make you feel? It's a good thing that Wise Owl came and interrupted his thinking and gave him a chance to make the right decision. So think about how you can be a friend when you're online. You want to make sure that you don't post anything that might hurt someone's feelings. And if you do see someone doing that, you might want to talk to them. But you definitely want to tell a parent or a teacher, tell an adult so they can talk to that person. You also want to make sure that you stand up for the person who was being made fun of. You know that they needed a good friend in this time. So be safe online.